It's Tuesday, July 12th. Welcome to Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. I'm GHK Lal on the National Outlook. Ineligible police ranks promoted. Former Assistant Commissioner cites lack of due diligence. Ineligible police ranks. In this instance, what ineligible means is that some people who should not be, their names should not be on the list to be considered for promotion, those names are there. Very specifically, they are deemed to be ineligible because they may have, one, jumped too many ranks, too many levels, from a constable becoming something above a sergeant. They're jumping 2-3 levels, and from a sergeant to a assistant superintendent or something of the order. Or they're jumping people who are more senior to them. And too many in the list are deemed to be doing so, in the list that is submitted to the Police Service Commission. That's the first problem. And I don't like it, but it's not such a big concern for me. What is a big concern for me is this one, where police ranks that have disciplinary proceedings pending against them or in their files, their names are in that list. It is quite likely that some of those ranks, some of those disciplinary charges are not for bad behavior, meaning they drank too much or they slept on the job or something like that. It's usually for corruption. It's usually for trying to shake down some citizen out there. It's usually for not doing their job with the highest degree of professionalism and ethics. And I think when that's the case, no such name should be on any promotion list. It's what pertains in the private sector, here or elsewhere. It's what occurs in the corporate world where I come from, in the old public service that I was a part of decades ago. So I think the same thing should apply to the Guyana police force. Because when we have corrupt policemen who have beaten the system, or have been given the impression that they have beaten the system in that they have disciplinary records and they are still being considered for promotion, then those cops at a senior level now would come out into the streets or be in the office having a responsibility to be in charge of our safety and security. That's not a good thing for me to consider. I think they have to pay their dues. They have to get those records cleared up. A sufficient time has to elapse before they can be considered again for promotion. They have to earn their spurs. They have to do right, and they have to do it for a good while to prove themselves, and to prove themselves again because of whatever mark they have hanging on their heads. I think that's fair. So I think for people who have charges against them or charges just completed against them, they should not be before the Police Service Commission. So that's what makes them ineligible. Because if you've got away with corruption before or wrongdoing before, there's a high probability that this is going to occur again. And that's not good for us.